Rhypi here. Welcome to the stream. Slightly behind schedule because I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning when I'm supposed to be there at 7:15. So a little bit behind schedule, but right now, if I'm get there when I'm supposed to be there, I should be there at 7:05. It's just a matter of making sure that I know where to park. Wait, 7:10. Hope all is well with everyone as we're just chilling out, hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys. Hope all is well. I know Saturday's a little weird for me to do this, but I was like, you know what, let's do it just to make sure that I have a stream for today, just in case I'm so tired that I'm like, I don't know if I can do the gaming one. So I want to make sure that I at least do one of these while I'm thinking about it, because in the afternoon I'll probably be like trying to decide if I want to do one as well. So let me just go ahead and do this one. Welcome in everybody. Hope all is well. As we're just relaxing and chillaxing on my way going to a math competition for my high school students. So right now, and for the other two events, we was first place last time. My group didn't place as a team, but we had someone who placed second and sixth. So there's potential that we could be in the top three, depending on who's all there. I know from what this is said that we haven't seen some of the ones that are known to be heavy hitters in the different meets yet. So that might shake things up once everyone's there. So we'll see what happens regarding that. Hope all's well with everyone as we're just chilling out and hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys. And I know I did put in, I was just trying to quickly put the title together. It's me running behind schedule. But welcome in everyone. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back, where we just enjoy casually talking about random stuff. Sometimes we have things that are planned to talk about, sometimes we don't. If you want to talk about something, feel free to say something in chat. If you want to just say hi, feel free to say hi. Or if you want to tell me how your day's going or how's your weekend going, feel free to let me know. But hope all is well with everyone as we're just chilling out and hanging out. And me, I'm feeling like I'm running late. So sometimes you might hear me breathe because I'm trying not to make you guys feel panic because me feeling panic. Because even though eternally I'll still be panicking, but I want to make sure my words don't sound like I'm panicking. But I hope all is well with everyone as we're just relaxing and chillaxing. If you want to say hi, feel free to say hi. If you want to tell me how your day's going or weekend, I'll leave that up to you guys. Welcome officially to the weekend for some of us, because some of us don't feel like Friday is a weekend, so that's why I say it like that now. But on a normal day of the week, I will not be doing a Saturday stream like this. I just figured to make sure I had at least one stream for you guys, because I always try to do a daily stream a day, whether it's gaming or driving, because on rare occasions it's just the driving stream because of me busy traveling or I'm not sure if I can be fully awake for a game, so just depends on what's going on. some point, it'd be cool if I'm able to have it where I can have a game going while I'm streaming for you guys, so you guys can feel like there's more gaming aspects of the stream. And it's part of the reason why I'm trying to program new games on the night bot, so you guys can test them out if you've never seen them before. But right now I'm still working out the kinks and making sure that it doesn't error meshes on us when we're trying it out. I hope all's well with everyone else. We're just chilling out, hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys, or just talking randomly. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to tell me how your day is going. Like I will have said probably 3 or 4 times already. Me just kind of enjoying at the moment. Excuse me. Good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Looks like if I'm reading that right, is Life. Welcome in. If I'm reading it wrong, I apologize, since it is slightly dark out here still. That only some days the names seems very mute compared to our words, so sorry about that. But it is Life. Look out. And maybe your name is after with. Oops. But how's your day going so far? I can't stop yet to confirm what your name is. Sorry about that. If you want to tell me your name, feel free to tell me, so I can make sure I see it. Hope all's well. Hope all is well with everyone as we're just relaxing and chillaxing on this ride. Me trying to stay calm. As right now for me wise, I feel behind schedule. I was supposed to be up about 20 minutes before I was up, so whoops. Welcome in. I think I'm rating Asia. How's your day going so far? And then, sorry if I was saying your name wrong. Just the gray is not showing in my eyes today as well as it usually does. But welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Yep, Asia. I was right. And Annabelle was the first one. If you guys are both here, how's your day going? Bum 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 da 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 da. We're just chilling out, hanging out, talking to you guys as I see you guys enjoy me trying to decide what else to talk about besides the competition. Could always talk a tiny bit about the competition because I can't remember what I told you guys the last time we was driving to a competition. That this competition is, for me wise, it is a 40-minute test, and they do 60 questions where it can range from anything from Algebra 1 all the way to BC Calculus. So for like my freshmen, they focus more on Algebra 1 and geometry, unless they're taking Algebra 2, and then they focus on that too. For my sophomores and juniors, I would say that anything that isn't calculus they could potentially solve. It's a matter of what they want to learn for themselves. Because sometimes that with UIL math, that we're always teaching them things that they don't learn in their current classes, so they kind of erase. So. And then a different math competition is a 10-minute test with 80 questions, and then the last one is, if I remember correctly, it is 80 questions in 60 minutes, if I'm remembering things correctly, how things are lined up. No, not 80 questions, 60 minutes. I think 60 minutes for 60 questions for the third one. Not 100% sure, since I'm not usually doing that test either when I was a student or as someone that coaches now. Because for me, when I was a student, when I was UIL math captain / the numbers / brain work, that my only rule that my coach showed me is that I couldn't do calculator on an easy basis, because some competitions they always stacked it to where yes, we could do both, but it was only a 10 minutes break in between. So most coaches do not let you do that if there's only a 10-minute break, because they don't want it to be that you feel like you rush to remember what you need. On rare occasions we did when I was a high school student, because there was only so many of us competing. So one of us ended up doing it where the calculator team held on to the calculators, whoever was competing in calculator, to make sure that everyone had it and I had to go back and forth, because usually the three tests are all in the same room, just different times. For sure how today's gonna go. Still getting to know the route of where all of these competitions are over here, because I'm used to the Galveston area when I'm doing competition over in between Galveston and Houston for competitions. Then we didn't went to Austin unless it was during the regional round, where it was after district. So most of the time we only got to compete in district and was close. And we never was in contention of being state champions in any way. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Guess people didn't like me talking about math competitions. I don't know. Or that there was something wrong with audio quality today. Who knows for sure. This question is, do I restart or not restart? That's the biggest question. Just gonna still talk for a little bit unless I see someone telling me, hey, we're not hearing you. Because I know some of my usuals will tell me if they notice. various different things on the YouTube scene. And when I'm not on YouTube, I'm a high school math teacher / college instructor. And why I'm up on a Saturday is for my students that are competing in the math competition. I want to make sure that I'm there for them. Welcome in, everybody. Right now, I'm more calmer than I was at the beginning of the stream. I'm still inside being like, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late. So, yeah, I've been sometimes, but yeah, I'm sure all of us can relate to the time we felt late in some regard, even if it wasn't us actually late. So, that's what right now in my mind I'm constantly in my head being like, it's okay, it's okay. Hello, Nacho. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Thank you very much, Nacho. Hopefully it doesn't sound panicking in any way. Since I'm behind schedule. But yeah, it's still, it's one of those cases that can be interesting sometimes. It's good to hear, Nacho. How's your day going so far, or weekend, depending on what you want to talk about? Good morning, Mikey. How are you doing today? That's good, Nacho. I'm doing well, Mikey. I've just been running behind schedule because I was supposed to start driving at 6 o'clock and I started driving at 6:20, so whoops. Because I'm supposed to be at a competition for my students today, and the first event is at 8, but we set up at 7:15, so. Hello, KT. How are you doing today? Welcome in. How's things going for you? Hanging out as I'm driving to where the competition is that my students are competing at. Hey, Daniel Barry, happy Saturday to you. Hope all is well. I hope your teams show that and they can do their stuff correctly for you. Welcome in, everybody. We're just relaxing, chillaxing as we're heading to a math competition. And me making sure that I'm not sounding panic in your ears. Brother Adam, how's things going for you? I understand that, Mikey. Yeah, for me, because my school is kind of, in some people's eyes, far away from where I live, that it's only 5 minutes more than my usual drive, but still, if I feel behind schedule. but hopefully things go well for you, Mikey. relaxing, chillaxing. But hope all's well with everyone as we're just relaxing and chillaxing. Bum, 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 bum. Don't know what I want to talk about still besides the competition. Brother Adam, any suggestions? Thank you, Brother Adam. I understand that. I understand that, Mikey. I understand that. Yeah, that's where I'm heading to because my students are in. Some of them compete in UIL where, for academic wise, that we have 3 different math competitions that we are working them towards, whether it's a brain work one or them knowing how fast they can type on a calculator or general knowledge of mathematics, where all of them they can see stuff from algebra 1 all the way to calculus BC / second year / second semester of calculus, because I know not everyone knows it as Cal BC. So, the one I coach is the one that they have 60 questions in 40 minutes, and one that will begin coaching next year is the one who's currently coaching is retiring, is 80 minutes. I mean, excuse me, not 80 minutes, 80 questions in 10 minutes. Interesting. Yeah. It would be something I would look at. I have to make sure I'm thinking the correct thing when you say the summary notation, because it's not often that I see that together. So I want to make sure I think of the correct thing. But I would say maybe some of my higher achiever students will recognize what to do, but I have a feeling it's going to be something I have to look at. Makes sense, Brother Adam. Makes sense indeed. Are you going towards your next degree, or are you just doing it for fun? that's what they do for their research part. Alright. I understand that, Brother Adam. I know eventually I need to go back to school to get my master's if I want to teach more at the college level, since they required you to have at least a master's to teach credit-based math classes. So right now I can teach non-credit-based classes, but if I try to do credit, it would be that someone else has to be the name of the professor. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. It's just some people don't realize how close together it is, and it makes me laugh sometimes. Because people always know physics is, but they forget that there's a decent amount of math and chemistry and slight in biology and geology when you first see it, and then it splits off once you specialize in that science. For Brother Adam slightly, but I think it's a little bit more than that, if I'm remembering right. If I'm recognizing all the things he's saying. The financial equation could help, but it won't fully solve what he's thinking of. I could be totally wrong. Hello, Demon. How are you doing today? Welcome in. And I have a math competition that I'm going to that my students are competing. So if you call it work, yes. If you don't call it work, no. This is more me being a coach more than a teacher right now. Size, maybe a stipend if you count that. If you say like regular pay, nope. And this is just one of my extra responsibilities. Mikey. But yeah. There's a reason why we all have our masks that we join at. Some masks were like, I can kind of tell you, but not tell you for sure. Me and Brother Adam's the kids that we learn a lot of different things of different aspects of mathematics. When we have spare time, because sometimes for me, especially when I'm teaching, sometimes I have to focus on seeing what methods I need to show to my students. Exactly, Demon. It is important. Important. But I know some people don't like the nursing mathematics because you have to worry about making sure it's the correct units, making sure that the doses are right, or you worry about under or overdosing someone. It can get kind of frustrating at times for some people. So they feel like they're messing up something. And I know for me, wise, I've been helping my students throughout the times I've been a tutor or a teacher and stuff like that, where some of the things I do is helping them prepare for the Hessian. So yep, indeed, Brother Adam, indeed. Indeed, Demon, as well. That's why some of us are the quality control or taking care of different things. Things to make sure that the control is in order. Give me a second to rechat. This part of the road I never like trying to talk and drive at the same time sometimes, because of how other people drive this. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it was the case that was built into personal finance that we were supposed to take in middle school, and then in high school, it was one of those things that was kind of talked about in economics, but you only see it at most 2 years. Some people don't even see that because they aren't required to take those 2 classes. Even where I was, it was required for 8th graders to take personal finance, and in senior year you were supposed to take economics as the other class of government, where each of them was half a semester long. But besides psychology/sociology, excuse me, that some people was shocked that I didn't try to go for economics as my degree, but it's because I wasn't really worried about doing stuff with economics on a daily basis. Right, like in my school that I'm currently at, it's more of a financial literacy class than an economics class. That they do some economics and some personal finance, but it's understanding finance more than anything else. Okay. Understand that, demon. Yeah. I just know for some of us that we can fix our own vehicles, but we're nervous about messing it up sometimes. Like, that's part of the reason why, for me, it's like I can fix small things, but if it's something that requires me to take too many things out at the same time, I don't want to mess it up, so I ask someone else to do it. Mikey. But yeah. It's one of those funny things to think about. Because I know that's why, sometimes when my dad was still with us, he sometimes joked about what kind of things should I look for in someone so I can decide if I wanted to date them or not. But he understood why I wasn't worried about doing it anytime soon, since I wanted to try to finish my degree first. Or when I did try to ask anyone out, I usually got the "You're joking, right?" So I haven't really done it and done any actual dating. I've had some of my friends who have joked to me because of the different times that I've got rejected. They was like, "If I'm ever available, I don't mind helping you on a play date so you know what to do on a real date." I'm like, at some point maybe I'll take you up on that offer. Makes sense. In high school, it was usually the case that they didn't want me to not be the mediator slash the one that everyone came to for advice, even though I never dated anyone, but I was supposed to give dating advice to people. So it was one of those weird things in high school. It's like, how am I doing this when I don't have any experience? But I had solved a lot of people's issues. And they're still together now. Probably depend on the mechanic, because some mechanics, they want to make sure everything is clean. Sometimes it's not. Just depends on the person. I remember one time I saw someone still had dainty hands as a mechanic. I'm like, do I want to trust that? And then there's a reason why people say, do you have the orange shampoo? Because they're all the grind that they have to get out of their hands. Or orange soap, I should say, not orange shampoo. I think for some people the bottle is sometimes called Orange Glow. Oh, come on, don't skip me. Hey brother Saucy, how you doing? Welcome in to us talking about mechanic stuff right now, / math stuff, depending on what part of the stream you are listening to back. Because right now I'm heading to a math competition and we've been talking about different topics. So feel free to join in, brother. Yeah, I understand that, brother Adam, but some people, they think they need all that equipment, so it's like never ending of the eternal struggle. And you know they're trying to also, depending on what state you're in, satisfy the requirements of what their guidelines are. In some places they have to have a rear view camera now, so that's why some people have to have technology embedded in their engine. But sometimes it can be not embedded in the engine, just in case things go wrong. It's not that they have to replace both parts. I understand that. Understand that. Indeed. forget if they actually made this vehicle, but I remember seeing a prototype of someone who was trying to make a car without a stick. Then it was just you press a button and you press another button for it to switch. Yep. It's what happens when you're driving in the morning sometimes. It goes from dark to light real quick sometimes in Texas, depending on where you are and what's going on. Indeed, Brother Adam, indeed. Just makes us laugh about it. Excuse me on the yawns, guys. You can definitely tell I'm still waking up. Wait, since I'm still yawning. I understand that, Brother Saucy. I understand that. But yeah, for me, we have a math competition today that I'm supposed to be there at 7:15 and 7:08. So, feeling behind schedule right now. Oh, shoot. I think Little House on the Prairie. I think. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go so I can make sure I can focus on finding the parking spot. Hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this stream. See you guys later today if I decide to do one after the competition or on the gaming stream. Remember, you got this, guys. Have a good one.